Now let's look at impact of discernment. Number one, the spirit of discernment serves as an incentive to spiritual development. Proverbs chapter 14 verse 6. The spirit of discernment serves as an incentive to spiritual development. When you increase in knowledge, it will not lead you to increase in frustration. Look at it. Want to read? He said, as a scholar seeketh wisdom, and findeth it not, but the knowledge is easy unto him that understandeth. Praise God. When you know, in the process of knowing, you are developing yourself. And the more you develop yourself, the more you are out of frustration. Frustration cannot get to you. Praise the Lord. Number two, the impact of discernment. Discernment functions as a key to Christian freedom. It functions as a key to Christians' what? Freedom. It functions as a key to Christian freedom. The undiscerning Christian becomes a slave to others. Become enslaved to others. To unbiblical pattern of life. You become a slave to unbiblical pattern of life. Number one, I said, undiscerning Christian becomes an enslaved to others. And also, he becomes an unbiblical pattern of life. He lives life anyhow he wants to live and says he's a born-again Christian. And that's why you must know that growth in discernment sets us free from bondage. Psalm 119 verse 125. Praise God. Are you getting blessed tonight? You must operate in discernment. Before anybody called you and said, come over here, from your house, you know why he's calling. I can't allow any young man to deceive you to bed. You know why he's asking you out. You know by your knowing. I didn't know because you don't have the spirit of discernment. Praise God. Look at what he said. I am thy servant. Give me understanding that I may know thy testimonies. Can you give it another translation? That is what I read it from. Number three, why you look for that translation, is that discernment serves as a means of protection, guiding us from being deceived spiritually. It protects us from being blown away by the winds of false teachings. 1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 14. It serves as a means of protection and guiding us from being deceived spiritually. It protects us from being blown away by the winds of false teachings.